Hey, welcome back to AI Explained. We are diving deep into OpenAI today.
Yeah, they just dropped some news about their company structure.
Big changes, got everyone talking.
It's about the future of AI, how it's developed, all that.
What it means for us, right?
Exactly.
So OpenAI, they're all about making sure artificial general intelligence is a good thing.
AGI, yeah.
It benefits all of humanity. That's their mission.
Huge goal.
We're not talking about, AI that writes a jingle.
Right, or picks your groceries.
This is AGI, the kind that OpenAI says could outperform humans at almost all economically valuable work.
Completely different.
Changes everything.
It really does. The way we live, the way we work, everything.
And OpenAI is trying to figure out how to build that.
Responsibly, yeah.
Make sure it benefits everyone.
That's the key.
It's a bit like mapping the stars while building the spaceship.
I like that analogy.
So how did OpenAI even get here?
Well, they started back in 2015 as a nonprofit research lab.
Really?
Yeah, all about collaboration, open source, ethical development of AGI.
The idea was being open is the best way to make sure AGI is a good thing.
That was the thinking back then.
But then, 2019, big shift.
Right.
They created a for-profit branch, brought in Microsoft and other investors.
But the nonprofit still had control.
So needing money to compete, but also stay true to that mission.
That's the balance they were trying to strike.
How do you stay open and ethical when you need billions of dollars?
A lot of organizations working on big tech face this.
Profit versus the good of society.
It's a tough one.
And it's not theoretical anymore.
Yeah,
OpenAI's for-profit arm created ChatGPT
that's right. Brought AI into everyone's daily life.
and made money, a lot of it.
It did.
That also taught OpenAI a lot about AI safety in the real world.
It did. They learned that real-world AI safety is very different from theoretical lab settings.
You release a tool like ChatGPT, you see how people actually use it, good and bad.
Exactly.
Gives you a new perspective on the risks.
Absolutely.
And it wasn't just OpenAI that benefited. The whole field of AI got a boost.
Huge surge in commercial AI and open source development.
OpenAI really jump-started what some call the AI-charged economy.
I've heard that term too.
So now, fast forward to today, OpenAI is saying they need to evolve again.
They're realizing they need even more money to compete.
Billions more.
And to attract that kind of investment, you need a structure that traditional investors like.
So they're thinking about becoming a public benefit corporation.
A PBC?
What's that?
Well, it's designed to balance the needs of shareholders with the needs of stakeholders and the public good.
So not just making money, but making money while doing good.
That's the idea.
This is where it gets interesting. OpenAI wants to be a PBC.
To raise the money they need, but stick to their mission of making sure AGI benefits humanity.
How would that work? What changes if they become a PBC?
Well, for one thing, they'd be legally obligated to consider the impact of their actions on a wider range of stakeholders.
Not just the people who own stock in the company.
Right, employees, customers, the community, maybe even the environment.
They'd have to be much more transparent about how they balance profit with their social mission.
That's right.
Wouldn't that make things harder? Decision-making, I mean?
It could, sure, but it also creates an opportunity for more ethical decision-making.
And the nonprofit part of OpenAI, they still have a say.
That's right, they have a controlling stake.
So they could act as a kind of conscience for the for-profit arm. Make sure they're still aligned with the original mission.
And under this new PBC structure, the nonprofit would get shares in the PBC at a fair market value.
So the nonprofit benefits financially if the PBC does well.
Right.
What would they do with all that money?
They could fund research into the ethical implications of AI, support educational programs to help people understand AGI, invest in projects that use AI to address social challenges.
Climate change, poverty, things like that.
Exactly.
It's a tightrope, isn't it?
It is.
Sustainable model for developing AGI, competing in the market, but also making sure it benefits humanity.
It's a big challenge.
Bold move by OpenAI, and it's definitely got people talking.
Definitely a lot to discuss. You know, one of the biggest concerns I hear about this PBC thing is that it'll slow OpenAI down.
Really?
Yeah, too much focus on social impact, all that.
Might hurt their ability to innovate quickly.
Exactly. Tech moves fast.
If you're always worried about ethics and stakeholders,
You could fall behind competitors.
we're just focused on the tech.
Right, but speed isn't everything.
Especially with something as big as AGI,
This could change the world.
you rush it. Without thinking about the consequences,
You could cause more problems than you solve.
it's like that saying, haste makes waste.
Exactly. I think OpenAI gets that.
This PBC move, it shows they're willing to be thoughtful.
Even if it means not being the first one there.
But will investors like that?
Good question.
If they're looking for quick returns,
They might prefer a company that's all about profit,
no distractions.
but I think there's a change happening,
Investors are starting to see that ethics matter.
especially with AI.
If a company ignores the ethical side,
They could face backlash from the public, from governments.
that hurts their profits in the long run.
So investing in a company that's thinking about these things,
Building ethics into their structure?
that might be a safer bet.
Okay, I can see that.
It's about long-term sustainability.
But what if they swing too far the other way?
You mean
What if OpenAI gets so focused on social good?
that they stifle innovation?
Yeah, too much caution can be a bad thing too.
It's a tricky balance, isn't it?
Boldness drives innovation, but you need caution with something like AGI.
It's a tightrope walk.
Find that balance between pushing the limits and staying grounded.
That's what they're trying to do with this PBC model.
It's not about profit being bad.
Or stopping innovation.
It's about balancing those things with thinking about how it affects society.
Exactly. Finding a new way to do things.
A new paradigm.
Where profit and social good aren't enemies.
Two sides of the same coin.
We'll see if it works.
It'll be interesting to watch how it plays out in the real world.
Absolutely.
So let's talk about AGI itself.
Okay.
What are the potential benefits?
Why are we even pursuing this if it's so risky?
Good questions.
Well, the potential benefits are huge.
Like,
AGI could revolutionize healthcare.
how?
Personalized medicine, early disease detection, maybe even cures for diseases we can't cure now.
Extending lifespans, improving quality of life.
That's right.
And that's just healthcare.
It could transform education, create personalized learning experiences.
Tailored to each student.
Exactly. It could help us develop sustainable energy, fight climate change.
Even explore space in ways we can't imagine yet.
It's really incredible.
Solving humanity's biggest challenges.
But those are just potential benefits.
Right. We don't know for sure.
It depends on how we develop and use this technology.
And that's where the risks come in.
A technology this powerful could be misused.
For harmful purposes.
One big worry is autonomous weapons systems.
AI that can decide who to attack without human control.
Scary thought.
Like something out of a movie.
But it's a real possibility.
We also have to think about the economic and social impacts.
What happens if AGI automates most jobs?
Millions of people could be out of work,
We need to make sure the benefits of AGI are shared fairly.
not just concentrated in the hands of a few.
It's a huge challenge.
We don't have all the answers yet.
But at least we're talking about these things now.
Before AGI is everywhere,
That's a good sign.
OpenAI's PBC move is a step in the right direction.
It shows they're taking these things seriously.
Transparency, accountability, thinking about the impact on society.
It's a new way of thinking about developing powerful tech.
So if this works, if OpenAI can create this new model,
What could it mean for other industries?
other companies creating powerful technologies,
It could have a huge impact.
other companies might start building ethical considerations to their business models,
Thinking about social impact from the start
maybe even new laws and regulations.
to encourage responsible innovation.
It's like OpenAI is planting a seed.
And we're just starting to see the first sprouts.
It's too early to know what it will grow into.
But it could be something amazing.
What makes this so interesting is that it's not just about a new technology.
It's about how we think about technology's role in society,
A future where innovation isn't just about profit.
but about making life better for everyone.
That's a powerful vision.
It's worth working towards,
But let's be real. Even if OpenAI succeeds,
even if other companies follow their lead,
there's still a lot of work to do.
to make sure AGI is developed responsibly.
This is where everyone comes in.
We can't just leave it to the companies and governments.
We need to be informed, engaged, speak up about our concerns.
And our hopes for the future of AI.
Sometimes it feels like we're on the edge of something huge.
Something that could either lift us up or destroy us.
The choices we make now will determine which path we take. We're at a crossroads with this whole AGI thing, aren't we?
Yeah, amazing potential, but so many unknowns.
Huge risks.
We don't even know what we don't know yet.
So what do? How do we make sure this goes well?
I think the first thing is we got to understand it.
Learn about AGI.
The good, the bad, the ethical stuff.
Can't make good choices if we don't get it right.
Exactly. Can't just ignore it and hope for the best.
We all have to learn, ask questions, challenge what we think we know,
And go deeper than just the headlines.
really understand the nuances.
There are tons of resources out there.
Research papers, podcasts like this one.
Anything to help us wrap our heads around it.
And it's not just reading stuff, it's talking about it,
Having real conversations,
sharing our thoughts, our worries.
listening to each other,
We need open and honest talk about the future of AI.
where we can disagree and work together.
This isn't just a tech problem, it's a human problem.
We need everyone's wisdom,
Scientists, ethicists, everyday people.
all kinds of perspectives.
So it's bigger than just OpenAI.
It's about what we do as a society.
We have to demand transparency from the companies making AI,
Push for laws that put ethics first.
hold each other accountable.
Make sure tech serves humanity.
It's also about giving people the tools to understand AI.
What skills will we need?
How do we make sure AI helps us, not replaces us?
Those are the questions we need to be asking.
It's a lot, I know.
It is.
But it's also kind of amazing.
We're living through a revolution.
And we get to help decide how it goes.
That's what makes this so exciting.
This isn't happening to us.
We're creating this future
And
together.
from every choice we make. So, to everyone listening,
Stay curious
stay informed.
and stay involved.
The future of AI is being written right now.
And you're part of the story.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into OpenAI.
And the big questions about the future of AI.
We hope this got you thinking.
If you want to keep exploring this stuff with us,
Hit that subscribe button.
we've got a lot more to come.
See you next time.